The men that y'all claim don't exist no more, I had that type of man.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married.
You know, when I was younger, I fumbled some good men.
Because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant.
Women are flooding the internet with stories about the good men they regret leaving. Men who did nothing wrong, just not the ones they thought they deserved.
I left the man that I loved for the man that I deserve.
Right now, I am so frustrated by the fact that I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing.
No one talks enough about how hard it is to let go of the guy who you love and who loves you. And there's so many beautiful blessings in the relationship, and yet you just know deep down that they are not your forever person.
And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him.
I was in a relationship for 10 years and decided to leave that relationship because he was no longer the man of my dreams.
He's a great guy. He's such a good guy. And it's and then I don't see more with him. It's why? I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
You were a good man, but not a great one. And this is where the story of the husband store is displayed for us to see. Why settle for the good guy when she believes there's something better around the corner?
Just because a guy is good to you does not mean he is good for you.
Sometimes the good guy shows up in your life not because he's your soulmate, but because God is breaking the pattern of the men you've been used to.
At some point, every girl is going to experience her first good guy, and he's not to be confused with your soulmate because he's usually not your soulmate.
And if you're like me, you're probably used to only toxic relationships, because when I stopped with the toxic relationships and I healed and I started dating better quality type of guys, there was this one guy that was actually a good guy. Took me out on dates, paid for them, treated me with respect, kindness, and all of that. But I just was not that attracted to him.
This is the guy that comes in to give you a glimpse of what it's like to be cared for, to be desired, and to feel like you were never asking for too much. Enough to change your perspective on dating, but not enough to be your soulmate.
It's okay to leave the good guy. Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you.
As a guy, you can't help but wonder, will it ever be enough? You do everything right, check every box in your head, and somehow she'll still reject you.
You're such a major green flag that I'm I can't.
That's okay. But thank you so much for saying that.
No, I love the way you interacted with everyone. You're so polite and you're just down for the criticism as well. But I think it's too much of a green flag that I'm oh my God, I'm gonna ruin you.
No worries, no worries.
Wait, so you're saying he's too perfect, therefore you're gonna reject him?
Yeah.
In her head, that makes sense, but this is something a guy would rarely do. Women often base their actions off their feelings, which is why they will quickly leave a marriage because it does not make them happy.
I was waiting on my ex-husband to be a bad person. I was truly waiting on him to do something so up to me, so bad, that it would justify me ending the marriage.
I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. And not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point.
But once I turned 40, guys, my happiness became non-negotiable, and I had to do what was best for me. I could not see myself dying just to stay committed to society because I was no longer committed to myself and my happiness, and I wasn't committed to the marriage anymore.
I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met.
I'm just not thinking that I made the right decision. And I am a good man. I do.
I did us both a favor. I really did. And this is coming from my heart. And it's hard because who leaves a good man? Who?
Who leaves a good man? That's the question I'm still trying to answer. People often say it's because he's financially unstable. But if that's true, why is the wife of Steph Curry still struggling to feel settled in her marriage?
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was gonna be career girl and that's it.
You know what they say, girls just want to have fun, and some people believe that if Mrs. Curry had been able to enjoy a fun phase before getting married, she might not be feeling this way now.
Aisha Curry is what happens when a generation of 21-year-olds tell themselves that they're ready to be wives and they're ready to find the love of their lives and settle down instead of being hoes.
Aisha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a hoe phase. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe.
Be a hoe. Live your life. Confidence is key. And regardless of what you do, there's like 7 billion people on this planet. So if not Toronto, there's another city for you, I promise.
Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have. She probably ain't never been hoed. She probably ain't never been drugged through the mud by a dude. She probably never had a heartbroken time and time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has, because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff. This being married to Steph Curry, this shit is boring.
Okay, would you recommend that same advice to your daughter?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
You tell your daughter
Just
to be a hoe?
like my mother recommended that same advice to me, I would recommend that same advice to my daughter, which is that you find yourself before you find a man.
Now, this mentality women have is usually when they are young. They play the field until they feel it's time to settle down.
Are you two a couple? Would you mind telling me the quick story of how you first met?
I was chasing her for years. She didn't respond to me, but I never gave up.
What made you respond eventually?
I got older after a while, and I was like, you know what, it's time to go. The egg's gonna get scrambled after a while. So
And this is where the regret starts to kick in for modern women. After her exploration phase ends, she realizes the excitement fades, but the consequences don't. The men she once overlooked have moved on, and the stability she now craves isn't as easy to find as it once was.
We are always pushing away the great guys. We push away the good guys because for whatever reason, our heart just doesn't yearn for him.
I had a good man. And I lost him.
I was thinking I was and had options. And I did. But they wasn't good fucking options.
With statistics showing that 45% of women will be single by 2030, maybe it's time to start looking at the men in the friend zone a little differently.
Ladies, listen and listen well. Your husband is in your friend zone. The reason you ain't married him is because he don't make your coochie wet. The dude that make your coochie wet ain't your husband. Marry the stable, boring guy and get yourself off.